everybody, welcome to Fist Truck
TV.
What, now when you want to emote, you can't do it?
No, dumbass. No, do this one. Wave.
Take your, what? Delayed reaction?
Okay, come on.
Rotate. Did you do it? Come on. Counterclockwise.
I was doing it counterclockwise and he kept bowing. I know what the fuck a counterclockwise looks like. Oh, let's get these out. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna continue talking about what we talking about last episode because I feel like I have a bunch more to say. It's just like I don't understand why the combat's sick and the boss fights could be super sick and it's
You gotta preface. This is a brand new episode.
Shit. I'm sorry.
You can't just go straight into it. People won't.
Yeah,
know.
you're right. So
because this episode's not going to go back to back. It'll go like a day later.
Yeah. No, you're right. That's my bad. So last episode we were talking about Final Fantasy 16 and just like briefly talked about I guess like difficulty in Souls games, but just like the gist of it is. I mean, I don't know how Snart feels about it. Do you agree with pretty much everything I was saying? Or?
I haven't played the game, but yes.
No. I mean, in terms of just like making things more accessible.
Yes, I agree with making things more accessible, and when things aren't like our baby shit easy, like
it's not.
But with no way to in the game, like if you put it on hard mode, it's still baby shit easy. You set up your own limitations in the game to make it more fun.
That's a bit more like the fact that I played through Final Fantasy 16. I was like, I'm not going to use potions in my inventory ever. Like that's not the default way to play the game, and so I keep that in mind anytime I say I love the game. It's that played a very big part in it because it made the combat more interesting.
Yeah, I never noticed. But that guy isn't wearing a red cloak.
Yeah, no,
his skin is filleted.
Yep, his flappy skin.
I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. Okay. Oh, he's bigger now. Anyway, continue.
So yeah, the gist of it was essentially, or the gist of the point that was made, or that was made, was I'm all fine with easy modes and making games easier and all that kind of stuff. If it means more people get to play the game, I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that. Right. On the flip side, I don't take away my options to make it harder. Don't make the game just piss easy, and that's the only way that that's just all there is. Because then, for people like me, and and people who just want a challenge in the games, then you've made it less accessible to them because now they just get bored. And like the game's got to be fun, like it's a game. So, I
have something to say about that later. Continue.
Okay. So, Final Fantasy 16 is like the opposite end of that, which sucks because the combat is Devil May Cry-ish. Like they had the one go. Shit. Oh no! I got rid of my thingy. Just pop that.
Sword's no longer on fire. Did you get rid of it again?
Oh fuck! No, I hit the wrong button. There we go. Okay, do that.
All right, 2 fire papers down.
Okay, cool. I mean, it's just this fight and maybe one more that I use them on, so it's okay.
Oh, he's getting bigger. Take top.
Yeah. So yeah, like Final Fantasy 16, it's way too easy, which sucks because like the combat's Devil May Cry-ish. Like they had the combat. I think it was like the lead combat designer from Devil May Cry 5 on their team.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So that like
makes sense.
Yeah, and
the way it ended up.
Yeah. So the combat's real sick, but they don't like put you in scenarios where you really have to like, put that to the test unless you put like these, essentially these handicaps on yourself like I did.
They needed Dante Must Die mode.
Yeah. No, they had, and the thing is that like, okay, all right, douchebag. Fucking passive poison. Nah, I don't think I'm good on.
You're no longer on fire.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh god, sometimes it's always fucking doing it.
You're poisoned again.
Poison, poison.
Poisoned.
Healing.
What was that? That's a Brett Michael band? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess not what I was singing. Oh, boy, that's a story for a different time.
A different time or right now?
No, it's a different time. So
that story is good though.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna remember it next time. Nobody will ever know.
Okay,
ever.
then let's get through this difficulty thing first. So, yeah, it's like you play through the game. Then when you play through, it's like, oh, now you can play in Final Fantasy mode, and you play in Final Fantasy mode, and it's harder than the action focused difficulty,
right.
which is like the hardest mode that's available to you on a fresh playthrough.
Right.
What do I want to do? I want to get the sword. I haven't used the sword since like my first Bloodborne playthrough, so I'm gonna get that.
Are we doing DLC here?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is that like the game's 40 hours long, so you have to play through the game just to have a new game. Plus, you can play through on the harder difficulty, and then you play through on the harder difficulty, and it is harder. Like they make it harder. Like things have more health, do more damage, but also they'll have they'll be a little bit more aggressive. At least the earlier bosses will be more aggressive and have some different moves, or at least like they'll definitely be more aggressive. That's
right
for sure. So that, I love when games get harder in that way rather than just like flat, health and damage
HP increase and lower damage.
Yeah, that's just, I don't know, that's just lame. So
yeah.
Then the thing is that once you beat that, or once you're playing on that mode, you have access to another difficulty mode called Ultimaniac, but you can only play that difficulty is only accessible by playing the game's arcade mode.
Oh yeah.
So it's just like it's just you're playing the game trying to get a shit ton of points, that kind of stuff. And the thing is that mode, like I go nuts for those kinds of action games. Like Devil May Cry 5, I played on every difficulty, and like I just think for the most part, I think Dante Must Die is a bit much when it comes to enemy health.
Right.
Or enemy defense, I guess, when they're in the double trigger mode. But still, even then, I think it's insanely fun. Like playing on, Son of Sparta is like usually my go-to when I just start playing through the game multiple times.
Right.
I love it because it requires like a mastery of the combat, and the combat's just like so fucking good, and the scenarios and the enemy design and the bosses and all that. It's so good. And I see the potential for that in 16. And when I'm playing that Ultimaniac difficulty, it's like, oh shit, now I gotta make sure like I am on my P's and Q's when I'm dodging. There are still things that like I kind of don't care about. Like the game has a parry system that's kind of pointless.
Right.
But it's cool when you pull it off, but otherwise it's kind of pointless, and it just remains pointless at all times. The thing is just that like I want, like, there's a version of that game that exists that's super sick and has like that good level of challenge. Damn, you got more heated on that than I did.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere.
Oh, come on.
Oh, he's smashing me with a brick. Oh no. Oh, it reminds me of junior high school. No.
Where they hit me in the face with a brick.
Where they were hitting me in the face with a brick. God damn.
Okay. And the thing is that it being only accessible, like I shit you not, I would have played through that game a third time if it was like, oh, now you can play through the game Ultimaniac difficulty. I would have done it. Happily would have done it, because then the thing is like, the thing that's annoying is that in arcade mode, on that difficulty, if you die, it restarts the whole level, and the levels could be like an hour and a half long. And so, like, my dream way of playing that game that I wish was accessible was, like, you could play on that difficulty and turn off mid-fight checkpoints.
Right.
So, like, I would have to go through a whole boss fight and nail it. Like, I would have loved to do that, but the thing is that, like, the game feels like it's actively fighting against me for me to want to be challenged in it, as opposed to, like, to make the game easier. they're practically on their knees giving it to you. And I'm like, I'm okay with the on their knees giving it to you to make it easier. Can you also please just let me play the game on a difficulty that it would torture myself on a first playthrough? That's my mistake to make.
Right,
like that.
right.
Come on, I hate that shit. Like it and I just, I'm not gonna say it's every game as time goes on. I feel like during the 360 generation it was probably at its worst. Maybe like early PS4 generation, that kind of stuff. It was at its worst of just games being like fucking baby poop easy, and like just not giving you much options. I feel like we kind of swung back the other direction somewhat since then, but it still kills me when
because
it's like,
yeah, the market dictates what skill, and like since Elden Ring became mainstream, not holding your hand or anything, it people have been doing that more and more, especially indie games. Oh god.
Yeah. I mean,
well, we talked about that before.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my TED talk on just like difficulty. Like I'm all down for making it accessible to so more people can play it, but don't like but can you please make it interesting for those who want a challenge? Like that's yeah.
So hear me out. Let me preface this. I don't care about this at all. I just think about it. Fortnite, Fork Knife. I don't play any Fortnite. Okay. My friends do. I watch them play it.
16,
they have fun. They have accessibility options, which are great. But I think I watch all my friends and they all play with the accessibility options because they're so good in a fight that, like, if you don't have them, you're pretty much at a disadvantage. So they have like accessibility options for the hearing impaired where they have the sound waves and the directions on screen. So you when you're trying to listen to footsteps or anybody or gunfights in the distance, you usually hear that through your headphones, but hearing impaired can't do that. So you see it on screen. So even stuff that you possibly can't hear that's so far away now shows up on screen. And it's like, if you don't have that, now you're at a disadvantage, and it's pretty much just a staple of the game.
Okay, I guess I will just say, when I say accessible, I'm just talking about difficulty. That's a different kind. That is like
a different type of.
That is accessibility in the corporate world to make it actually accessible for differently abled people. And when I'm talking about selecting difficulties and that kind of shit,
that's accessible to people who might get turned off just by the initial difficulty.
But not just that, but like also what kind of games do you select the difficulty in? Single player games. So
right.
That's yeah. In the multiplayer, that's like a hairy thing. I can't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe, I'd say maybe like a
ranked.
Like I would say maybe in a rank they can't be on. Obviously, you'd be excluding people in that case. But when you're trying to play,
well, I mean, it's like if it's like that, if it's such a good tool that we should have accessibility tools. But like at this point where I'm only watching Fortnite because my friends are streaming Fortnite. And their friends are streaming Fortnite, so I want to support them and streamer and all that. That's the only reason I watch Fortnite. Yeah. But all of them have it on, so like, and when I played like a couple of games of Fortnite with friends, they had to tell me about that. Like I wouldn't have gone through anything to find it, right?
Yeah.
Why not make it a part of the game?
Just make it default for everybody.
Just make it default. Anyway. Because I'm watching it and it's such a good.
Like, why would you not use this unless you're just trying to be like, I don't need it. It's like, okay, then get your ass kicked by those who do. I mean, there's still. I mean, at the end of the day, like skill will win. Skill will win.
Yeah.
Like that's there's anyone who's like thinks they lost just because of that and thinks they only lose just because of that. Then they're never going to be good. That's just it.
I would say I'm pretty sure that I did a lot better because of it.
Yeah, but like, you're never going to beat somebody who's better than you.
Right. True.
Like
true,
realistically,
true.
you just won't. And maybe every now and then you get hey man, I did it. I got one. You got one. That's all. Should I grab this now?
I think
I don't know, I
I
kinda
think I'm
fucked it up.
actually officially. I have 100% first place wins in Fortnite.
Oh, you just did one once, and you're like, we're done. We're done here.
I think I did 3 games back to back in duos, and then I never played again. I was definitely carried. The guy I was playing with was really, really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, because like the one button supers in fighting games, like you could have a problem with them, but if you're good, a one button super isn't going to be the thing that beats you.
Yes, absolutely.
No way. Like that's
Absolutely.
if you're not nice, then that's a different story. But that's
I intellectually agree with that statement that one button supers don't mean anything. It doesn't make the game worse or better if you have one button supers versus like a complicated.
Oh my god.
Oh god, don't do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Complicated, super button
Series
like
of inputs,
double.
yeah.
Yes, like a fucking, what do you call it? A Shinryu Repa for Street Fighter can be one button instead of a complicated input, and really you're really only gatekeeping like a complicated input. You're not really gatekeeping like who's good at the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That being said, every time a super goes off in Tekken, I am viscerally upset.
Yeah, but it's but at the end of the day, like whether they did it on one button or did the whole series of inputs and it catches you, it would have caught you anyway. Like that doesn't.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, all right, man.
Good job. You talking shit, eh?
Anyways, I gotta make a like concerted effort that anytime I hit the X button, I gotta just stay fucking.
You can't
I
turn
gotta
off
be a statue.
motion controls in the game?
I don't believe so. No.
That's amazing.
I just have to be like a statue and just remain still.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like
that is all I got to say.
yeah, but in Fortnite, I don't know. It's like either make it just the standard, like it's on, everything's on by default, and you could turn it off if you want.
That's what I would do.
Maybe that, or like you can't use it in ranked, which I would. But at that point, you'd be excluding people from it. But
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
that's a whole other topic of like even playing field that is. I'm not getting into that shit. So I guess we got a couple minutes left.
What did I want to say? What was I talking about?
Poison.
Huh?
Poison. So we play.
Poison.
We play Clone Hero.
Oh, all right. This isn't gonna make us look good though.
Okay, so
Go
we
ahead.
play Clone Hero, and I'm sure we've said other things in here that are worse, so that's fine.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we play Clone Hero, and for those who don't know, it's essentially like fan-made Guitar Hero. Like they took, I think, the Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock engine, and just like essentially tweaked it so you can put in custom songs easily and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You can play online with your friends and other people in that game, but the thing is that the way it works is that they have servers, and you could just like join a lobby.
And you can emote too. Yeah.
What?
You emoted again. Yeah.
I know. And so it's it's him and I, or we play together online. We'll just they're just essentially we're just playing together, just play together because Guitar Hero is fun.
Yeah. There's like public servers that the game sets up.
Yeah.
You can host your own private, but it's big to do and it's annoying.
Yeah, and then chances are the connection's probably gonna be worse anyway.
True.
So oh man.
After Christmas.
Yeah. Anyway, so after Christmas, most recent one.
Yeah, it turned
2023,
into like a.
Nobody was on.
What?
No, it's
it
like
turned
nobody
into
was
like
on.
a Planet Fitness, didn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. It was like prior to Christmas, nobody was on. Nobody, or like there was always pretty much always had empty lobbies available all the time.
Right.
And then after Christmas, I don't know what the fuck happened. Like it just got cool again, or something, or I don't know. I don't know.
They got guitars for their birthday or some shit.
Yeah, or some shit. So now it's like, pretty much there are peak times now. Like any other game, I guess, essentially, and every other service. There are peak times where, at this time, which is usually, evening Eastern Standard Time and weekends, it's hard to find like an empty lobby. And like, let's be real, we just want to play with each other. Fuck everybody else. So it's like, so the thing is that we were constantly
looks at shoes, taps foot on ground,
so we kind of brought in we're 30, we're both 32, just to preface the story to make us look even
we're
worse.
adults, we're full grown adults,
we're full grown adults, but oh fuck, what else is new, man? I didn't even know it was dying in the I didn't know this shit was dying in the first place. So we kind of like resurrected just like ye olden trolling from
Xbox 360.
Yeah,
days.
from the days of of before.
Of the before, yes.
Yeah, and
Welcome. I will visit you.
and so we get into a lobby, or I join a lobby first, he joins it second. But like, we're talking about literal seconds. I join it, probably 1 second after I join it, 2 other people join, and then he joins. So Snarf joins, and we're like, fuck, how the hell do we get rid of these people? The thing is that, like, you can only play the songs that you all have, and the thing is that we went from having 1,500 songs to 20. And we're like, get the fuck, like, you don't want to be in the chat and just say, get the fuck out, but like, you really want them to? So essentially, I just don't start the game until everyone leaves. So in the meantime, he's in the chat just saying dumb things like, how are you doing, ooh woo, all sorts of, nothing like belligerent, I will say. Like,
right.
Once again, it wasn't that much like the old days. But I know you at least pissed off one guy in chat just by saying,
I was like, pissing him off.
Yeah,
real
like,
good.
and I don't know how he got mad at that, but he got mad just at the fact, like, you're like, oh, I forgot what you said. Something you said ooh woo, and then the guy got mad that you said ooh woo. It was the weirdest thing.
And then he said like I only play expert level custom downloaded songs, and I'm like, you don't have any songs.
Oh yeah. I was like, no, you don't.
Just kept on saying,
you say
no, you don't. You don't
yeah.
play any. You don't play that. You don't have any songs.
And so that was a success. The guy left.
There was this other dude though.
There was 2 other dudes that were not leaving. They just were not leaving, man. They were not catching the fucking. But eventually, but we started anyway. It's like, fuck it, whatever. We're playing. Let's go.
And then we had like maybe 60 songs.
Yeah, we had Guitar Hero 3 songs. That's it. We had all the songs from Guitar Hero 3. One of the songs is "Talk Dirty to Me" by a band called Poison. They were a famous glam rock band in the 80s, and
right.
And so, one of the people that were there, I think the dude said almost nothing, in the chat. He picked
that song.
Yeah, he picked that song, and then Snarf just picks the same song, and I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, yo, we should just all pick that song. So the first song that played was, there are 4 of us in the lobby. One guy picked a song that was different. That song played first.
Yeah.
Then what proceeded to play was "Talk Dirty to Me" 3 times in a row. And we legit played the one guy stuck around for his own song, and he stuck around for "Talk Dirty to Me," and then once "Talk Dirty to Me" started a second time, he instantly left. And then
we still had one straggler that
we still had one. This was the guy that picked "Talk Dirty to Me" in the first place.
So we played "Talk Dirty to Me" three times.
He stuck around the whole fucking time. He played the song. We played "Talk Dirty to Me" 3 times in a row, and then we proceeded to just pick "Talk Dirty to Me" again.
So we played through it 2 times.
2 times, and then eventually but he didn't pick. Like, we picked "Talk Dirty to Me" instantly, and then he picked another song afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh no, I remember how it played out. I remember how it played out. I remember the exact way it played out. Oh, okay. We picked Talk Dirty to Me 3 times, and then I didn't give the other guy a chance to pick the song, and I started the songs. And so the moment Talk Dirty to Me started, he left. And then that other guy stuck around for the 3 songs. We picked Talk Dirty to Me again. He played it once again, and then it started again. So he played it 4 times in a row to completion. On the 5th time, the guy eventually left. We're like, all right, we got the lobby.
Yeah, not our
Not
our greatest moment, but also our greatest moment.
Yeah, definitely felt like it though. All right, well, next time we fight Dog Lady, and it'll be the last time, potentially the last time I use fire paper.
Fantastic. Bye-bye.
Hold on. That was a mistake, and I'm not kidding right now. Bye!